Once upon a time, in a busy city filled with people rushing through their lives, Alex and Claire crossed paths unexpectedly. It was at a small art gallery, where each of them had ended up by chance. Alex was an artist, absorbed in his creative world, and Claire was a writer, always chasing inspiration in new places. When their eyes met, it felt as if time stopped. They sensed an unexplainable connection, one that went beyond mere attraction. It was as if they had known each other for lifetimes. They spent the evening talking, their words flowing like an old melody they both knew by heart. They laughed, shared dreams, and understood each other's fears without saying much. As the night ended, neither wanted to say goodbye. But there was a deep feeling within each of them, a knowing that they both had wounds they needed to heal. They weren't ready, not yet. So, with one last, lingering gaze, they walked away, each holding a piece of the other in their hearts. The years that followed were a journey. Both Alex and Claire faced old traumas they had carried unknowingly. Claire found herself in therapy, facing her fears of abandonment, understanding why she had built walls around her heart. She worked through old relationships, letting go of the pain and resentment she had accumulated over the years. She began to see love differently, not as a source of validation, but as a state of being within herself. Meanwhile, Alex went on his own journey. He traveled, experienced solitude, and dove into his art, using it to express his deepest fears and desires. Through meditation and self-discovery, he confronted his patterns, the need to control, and the lingering shadows of past relationships that had taught him more about loss than love. He learned to trust, to let go, and to love himself in ways he had never done before. For 5 years, they lived their separate lives, yet the connection never faded. They would often think of each other, wondering if the other was also healing, if they too felt the pull of an invisible thread tying them together. But neither reached out. They both trusted that if they were meant to reunite, the universe would bring them together at the right time. Then, one crisp autumn evening, Claire received an invitation to an art exhibition in a neighboring city. Intrigued, she attended, drawn by a strange, inexplicable feeling. As she walked through the gallery, admiring the art, she stopped in front of a familiar piece. It was a painting of 2 figures standing under a starlit sky, reaching out for each other across a vast ocean. The feeling was undeniable, it was Alex's work. At that moment, she heard his voice behind her, calling her name softly. She turned, and there he was. Time had changed them both, yet the connection felt stronger, more profound than ever. They smiled, recognizing not only each other but the journey they had taken to arrive at this moment. The lessons they had learned during their years apart became clear as they talked. They had both learned the importance of freedom within love, of respecting the individual journeys that made them who they were. They saw each other now without the need to complete one another or to lean on each other as a source of happiness. They were whole, and they chose to share their lives out of love, not need. Their reunion felt divinely orchestrated, as if every challenge, every heartache had been preparing them for this moment. The love they shared was not like the passionate intensity of their first meeting, it was deeper, calmer, an unshakable bond grounded in mutual respect and understanding. They had learned that love, at its highest form, allows each soul the freedom to be itself, to grow, and to journey with respect. For other divine couples in separation, Alex and Claire's story held a valuable lesson: true love doesn't bind or control. Sometimes, separation is the universe's way of allowing 2 souls to heal, to grow, and to learn how to love themselves completely. Only when each is whole can they come together to create a relationship built on true freedom, respect, and unconditional love.